Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to my channel, Reading Category Romance. And welcome to another weekly reading vlog. Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's the 18th of January and it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I have been so busy today. I feel like I've been so busy today. I'm finally now going to get a chance to sit down. In about an hour, I'm going to be jumping on sprints over on Tiffany's channel at the Beach Bum Bookworm. I have not picked up a book or read a single page today, so I have absolutely zero reading to talk to you about right now, but I wanted to jump on and start the vlog because I didn't want to forget, basically. So, like I said, it's been a busy day. So basically, got up this morning, did the run over to Tim Hortons like we do every morning, and yes, we are that Canadian, and, then when I came back, I do my usual Sunday morning activity. I made my breakfast, which I had half a bagel, half of a sesame seed bagel with herb and garlic cream cheese, and had my cup of tea, my green tea, and then I sat and I edited my vlog that went up today. So last week's vlog. So it takes me, I used to like kind of rush through the editing, but now I'm really taking my time. I'm finding and I'm making sure to watch everything. And you know, I haven't, knock on wood yet, had any major issues, but just to make sure that everything's on the up and up. So if the vlog is like, however long the video is, it usually takes me twice that long to edit it. Today's vlog was an hour, so it took me 2 hours to edit it, which was fine. I really don't mind. This is not a complaint. It's one of my, I'm one of the few people who actually enjoys editing. I found it very relaxing. And then after I was done that, I set it to export. And I showered, got dressed, put on a little bit of makeup, sat down, and I filmed 2 videos that are going to go up later this week. I filmed Monday's video, so the video that's going to go up tomorrow, my weekend books. Then I also filmed Wednesday's video. I try and stagger them because of, like, you know, when you're wearing the same outfit video after video, so that's why I kind of do that. So tomorrow, I'm going to film Tuesday and Thursday's videos. And then Friday, and then I don't film for a few days, right? Then I kind of get a little bit of a break. So yeah, so I filmed some videos this morning. Finally, I was done all that by about 12:30ish, I'd say. And my video had just finished exporting when I finished filming. So it took that long to export. And then I had some lunch. I had my turkey sandwich and some vegetables. And then Garrett and I got talking about dinner for tonight. So I'm gonna get paid till Tuesday. But we're like, let's try and clean out some stuff out of the fridge and out of the cupboards. So we're finishing off some leftovers tomorrow. Like last night, I made, spaghetti and meatballs. So tomorrow we're going to have spaghetti and meatballs on Monday night. But tonight, Garrett pulled out those, souvlaki skewers. Like we got like a huge pack of them. So he's going to, make some of those and he's going to have that with mashed potatoes. And I'm actually going to I have a couple more of those, pork dumplings left that I was talking about the other day in my last vlog. So I'm going to have that with some rice and another spring roll. So try and clean some stuff out of the fridge and freezer and what have you. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to dinner tonight because then that way we can each make our own thing. So yeah, I tried to get some filming done today. I'm trying to get some more filming done tomorrow because unfortunately I'm not feeling well. And this isn't I'm just not feeling well today. I think this is going to turn into a cold. The one thing is that I haven't been sick with a cold, like a proper cold, in about a year. I think I got a cold, like, in late November last year. Like, and when I say last year, I mean 2024. So it's been over a year. Because it was about a month, excuse me, a month or 6 weeks, maybe even 2 months after transplant. Might have even been, it wasn't close to Christmas. It might have been early December of 2024. So a little over a year ago, I had like a cold. It lasted a week maybe, and I wasn't super, super sick. Like when I got COVID at Christmas of 2022, I was so sick. I was delirious. Like I was running such a high fever. I don't think this is going to be that. I think that this is like, I can feel it right now. It's like up in here. It's like a sore throat and I can feel it into my ears a little bit. Now I don't have my tonsils, so it's not like tonsillitis or anything. I had my tonsils taken out when I was 8. But I really think it's just a cold. So last night I felt it starting. Like I know when you swallow, you can feel the little, and, so anyway, I, took some Tylenol because that's literally all that I am allowed to take. Anything else over the counter now, since transplant, I'm not allowed to take anything. No cough syrups, nothing. Even cough drops, I'm really not supposed to, any herbal remedies, I'm not supposed to touch. So anyway, I took some Tylenol last night, and then I took some more this morning, and then I took some more just now, and I'm going to take some more before I go to bed, because I think you can take it every 4 hours, but I don't want to do it that often. I figure 3 times a day is more than enough. And I'm making sure to drink lots of liquids, make sure I keep eating, napping, and stuff so hopefully I can keep this at bay. My big concern is that I don't have an immune system anymore to fight anything off. So unlike everybody else that has their immune system is going to kick in and be like, oh, we'll fight off this virus. My immune system's like, you're on your own. See you later. My immune system's like gone. It's on vacation. So, I have to fight this off on my own. Plus the fact is that I have to go into the hospital on Thursday. So whatever this is, I'm hoping that it does not get bad, because I have to go for that procedure. If I don't go for that procedure, then I feel even more unwell. Like, do you see the situation here? So that's why I am so vigilant when I go out, that I mask and I sanitize and I wash my hands the second I walk in the house. It is the most important thing. The amount of people that I hear, like if I'm out in public, right? And, I'm at the hospital. I'm at the hospital of all places. And I go into, the public washroom, the big, where there's all the washrooms. I'll go in there and I'll be using the bathroom. And I hear people leave the bathroom and not wash their hands. How can people do that? How can you use a bathroom and not wash your hands? It literally disgusts me. I'm sorry. It really, really does. It's so unsanitary. And I have become it's so funny. I don't know if you guys know, I call her the aggressive tutorials lady. Of course it's good. I made it, Jessica. She just brought out a new cookbook. I really want to get my hands on it. I adore her. And I have her t-shirt that says, wash your effing hands. And I bought it because that's a big deal. And, watching her video, she's like, when you're cooking, you should be washing your hands 5 or 6 times while cooking. And I found myself, I wash my hands so much now. It's insane. But I can't help it, no matter what I do, no matter how vigilant I am, unless I sit in my house and never leave. And even then, you're asking for trouble, because if you don't leave your house, now any germs that come in are trapped in here with you. You know what I mean? So, you can't win for losing. And I was inevitable I was going to get sick. But like I said, I haven't had a true cold since it's been well over a year. So I'm annoyed because I don't like to be sick, but I'm not too upset about it. You know what I mean? It was going to happen there. I'm sniffling and, I've got a little cough and stuff like that. Hi, Presley. So anyway, here I am rambling away for 8 minutes. No wonder my last vlog was over an hour long. But yeah, no reading yet. I will be jumping on the reading sprints. I'm not going to do any reading now. I think I'm actually going to cast on a new sweater. I've been wanting to knit a sweater I have not knit a sweater in years, since pre-transplant, and I'm in the mood to knit a sweater. It's a sweater I've knit before. It's a pattern I've knit before. So I'm going to turn the camera on. I'm going to show you guys. And then I'll pop back on later today and I'll give you guys a reading update. But for now, let me show you what I plan on casting on. So we have Presley, who's investigating, and we have Missy, who's here as well. So I will be casting on the Flax, and this is by Tin Can Knits. So the Flax, a simple modern pullover by Tin Can Knits. Presley, why are you standing on my laptop? So this is actually a free pattern. So if you are a knitter, you can look this up. I believe it's on their website. It's just a simple pullover, very much like a sweatshirt, if you will. Now you can't see it, but the sleeves, I don't know if you can see it. It's actually got a little bit of a pattern to it. So it's very, very cool. I like it a lot. So yeah, so this is a free pattern, the Flax sweater, a simple modern pullover from Tin Can Knits. Yep, learn to knit with Alexa and Emily. The Flax sweater is part of the Simple collection, and all these with clear tutorials. So if you bring this pattern up online, the PDF, it actually has links in it that will take you to how to do certain things. So the sizing, I highlighted my size, all these things. So here, so it says, for help with this project, check out in-depth, and then you can click on this and it'll take you there. And then it's drawings. I'm not giving anything away because this is a free pattern and it's fantastic. So I'll be casting this on. This is the second one I've knit. And here's the yarn I'm going to use, you guys. So the yarn is called Heartland. It's by Lion Brand. I have 5 balls of this, I think. Where you see the color, you guys. It's orange. I love, love, love the color orange. So yay. So that's what I'm going to cast on. So, yeah, there we go. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Yes, I missed yesterday. You would have seen 2 very little clips from yesterday, and I am going to include them in this vlog. But yeah, I may have missed filming yesterday completely. I have finished 2 books since the last time I talked to you guys. So I finished Home on the Ranch by Trish Milburn, and I gave that one 3.5 stars. I will talk about that in full on Monday in my week in review video. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And then I also finished Christie's Big Day by Ann M. Martin, the 6th book in the Babysitters Club series. And I gave that one 4 stars. Very enjoyable. Again, I will talk about that one in full on Monday. So yeah, so very exciting there. Nothing happened yesterday. Yesterday literally was a very, very boring day. I did nothing. I wanted to film my 2 on Tuesday video and I did not. I literally just filmed it now. It is currently almost 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning. I want to get this edited and uploaded, and then Garrett and I need to go do some running around. I might be going to the thrift store. I might look for just a couple books. I just want to see what they have. I haven't bought any books for myself in a long time. And I thought maybe I could treat myself to the thrift store because they're only $1.50 each. And it's buy 4, get 1 free. So 3. So for $6, I can get 5 books. I think that's a good deal. You'd pay more than that to get takeout for lunch. That's the way I'm justifying it. And I do not need any more books, but I always like to go and see what they have. But anyway, we're also going to go and pick up what we're having for dinner tonight, which is going to be ham, scalloped potatoes, and a vegetable. And I'm very much looking forward to that as well. I suggested it to Garrett this morning. He says, yes, I can do that. So yeah, so that's the plans for today. Now, reading update outside of what I finished. I'm not going to talk about everything that I read yesterday, because truthfully, I did not do a lot of reading. I napped yesterday afternoon for a good couple of hours. If you remember on Sunday, I mentioned I wasn't feeling well. Yesterday, I really wasn't feeling well either. Like I wasn't running a fever because I always have to check my temperature. It's one of the first signs of rejection for any organ donate or any organ transplant. So every single morning and every single night, I have to check my temperature. And if it goes above, is it 37.5 Celsius? Then it's a trip to the emergency room. Or actually, first it's take some Tylenol. If the temperature comes down on its own, then you're okay. But if it doesn't, then you're to go to the emergency room. But anyway, so I always check my temperature. I was running slightly warmer than normal, and I had taken some Tylenol, and then I ended up sleeping for a good 2 hours yesterday afternoon. So I think I might have had a little something, and my body was just doing its very, very best to try and fight it off. And I think it worked, because I'm feeling a lot better today. I didn't put on any makeup or anything today. I decided to have another semi-lazy day, if you will. Not that putting makeup on is a hardship. It takes me more than 2 minutes to do. But yeah, just having a kind of a laze around kind of day. But I have done a bit of reading already this morning. I have listened to 2 chapters in Curiosity Thrilled the Cat by Sophie Kelly. I'm almost 50% of the way through this one right now. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking the small town. Kathleen is a great female lead character. And I'm really loving the cats of Owen and Hercules. And are they, like, she's questioning, like, are they magical? Like, the one can disappear, the other one can walk through doors. And if you're a cat owner, or excuse me, if you're owned by cats, because one does not own a cat owns you. They seem very magical regardless, just because of the nature of the fact it's a cat. But anyway, yeah, so that's about it. Just a quick little check-in. I'm going to try and do more check-ins today throughout the day as I've been doing normally. Tomorrow I'm here at the house all day. I'm going to be participating in a live show over on Sock's channel on Bargain Counter Argument tomorrow afternoon for her midweek motivation. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And then I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 12:45, but it's only virtual. And then I go down to the hospital on Thursday for my usual appointment. So hopefully I'm feeling good still, because usually today is the day I start feeling a little off, and then I usually go on Wednesday. So there's an extra day in between. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going to be feeling good. Let's see. I'm going to be very, very careful with what I eat and stuff like that. Like, no, not too much snacking on things I shouldn't be snacking on. But anyway, that's all I got for right now, you guys. I'm going to edit my 2 on Tuesday video. I'm going to finish. Yes, I'm drinking a coffee. And I've been okay. I've been enjoying this. It's been delicious. And I did not think I was a coffee addict, but I guess I am. But I still love my green tea. I actually do prefer green tea in the morning, but this morning I was just like, I'm going to get a McDonald's as a treat. But I'll be back to green tea tomorrow. And yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. I'll let you guys go, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello, friends. It is much later in the day. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and I'm coming to you with potentially the last clip of today's part of the vlog. Not of the vlog, but of today's part of the vlog. It is only Tuesday after all. I'm laying here with Missy. I've got Missy here beside me. I've got the heating pad on as usual. It's very, very cold out right now. It is freezing. So we ended up not having ham for dinner, as I had talked about earlier, because when we went to the store, they didn't have any. They had ham, but because it's just Garrett and I eating, we actually don't buy like the ham like that you can buy. Because A, it's expensive, and B, most of it will go to waste for us. Because it's meant for more servings than just 2 people. I mean, you can have leftovers, but you can only have leftovers for so long, right? So anyway, what we were buying is our grocery store sells like ham steaks, I guess. It's like 4 slices from one of those hams, and it works out perfectly for us. But they didn't have any there. So, because they're put together from the store themselves. So we're going to try again tomorrow. But anyway, so we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for dinner, because we bought everything else at Walmart, because this is like I don't want to use the term fancy, more expensive grocery store, I guess you would say. And I don't like doing my regular shopping there because it's just too expensive. It's like $1 or so more per item that you would spend at Walmart or at a more discount grocery store. You know, for staples that we get, like yogurt and, you know, what else did we buy for dinner? Oh, they have these like frozen vegetables from Green Giant. And at the grocery store we went to, they were like $1.50, and they'd be like $2.50 at the other place. So $1 is $1, you guys. So anyway, so what we did was actually, so we decided to do takeout for dinner, which is, again, it's like, that's expensive. But I am very, very frugal now, and I will only get something on a deal. So Garrett wanted pizza. I was not in the mood for pizza. I wanted chicken. So I happened to look, and our pizza place, there's a chain pizza restaurant here in Canada called Pete's Pizza. And they had a deal that if you bought a pizza on the app back in December, you got a free medium 1-topping pizza in January. And I'd forgotten about that. So we went to go order it and realized that you got to spend another $10 to get this free pizza. They always get you somewhere, you know what I mean? But they did have a walk-in special for $8 for a medium 1-topping. So Garrett's like, that's perfect. So that's what we got for him. So his dinner cost $8. So that's not too expensive to me for takeout. And then I was looking, because I thought, oh, I want chicken, but maybe if not, I'll just have some of the pizza. Like, that works out perfectly fine. I really wanted chicken. I really wanted Popeye's chicken. So I have the Popeye's app. So I looked on the app, and lo and behold, I did not realize I had enough points to get a free 2-piece meal. So I got a 2-piece chicken meal, a drink, a biscuit, and coleslaw, and it was free. Free! So both of our dinners, 2-piece meal from Popeyes and a medium 1-topping pizza, cost $8. That to me is a deal. So I was very, very happy with that, actually. I ate like a king. It was delicious. It was so yummy. So that was that. They are calling for snow tomorrow. They're saying it's going to be pretty bad, mostly in the morning. So Garrett and I decided we're going to try for the ham again tomorrow. If we don't have it, then we're just going to get like chicken tenders or something like that. And then we're going to have that with potatoes and the corn that we bought. So that'll be tomorrow night's meal. So I'm looking very much forward to that. Either chicken or ham. Either one is good for me. I could eat chicken all the time. It's pretty straightforward, and it's a good source of protein, in my opinion. So yeah, anyway, you don't want to hear about my foodstuffs. Reading update. So I started another book today. Like I said, I put up a video earlier I actually filmed it today. So it was my 2 on Tuesday video. I filmed it and posted it today. It was my 2 on Tuesday video. And I think I made the comment that the number of books I'm currently reading is between me, myself, and I. It's a lot. You know what? I don't care. I'm keeping them all straight. That's all that matters. If I start to get confused, then I have a problem. But I did start a book called, oh goodness, I'm going to completely blank on the title because it's a long title, but it's another category romance. And this is, it is Going Rogue in Red Rye Canyon, County. Going Rogue in Red Rye County, say that 3 times fast, by Katie Mettner. So this is a Harlequin intrigue novel, and there's a reason I'm reading it. I'm taking one for the team, as I'm saying. So Roxie over at Roxie Reads, I'll leave a link to her channel below. She's hosting a buddy read in February, and she had 2 different category romance books to pick from. One was a heartwarming novel, which is a sweet romance, and then there was this one. So the votes were cast. It was a 50-50 tie. Roxie had the deciding vote, if you will, and she picked the intrigue novel. So our friend Brian over at Casper's I think it's Casper's Mystery Corner. I'll leave link to Brian's channel in the description box below as well. He's a fantastic booktuber if you have not checked him out. He has a bird. The bird's name is Casper, and Casper sits on his shoulder often for the videos. So that's why it's Casper's Mystery Corner. And anyway, Brian has read a couple of romances. He actually participated in the category Romance Readathon, or the category Romance Book Club for January, and he read a Terry Wilson. And there was one small love scene, I think, and it's not for him. He doesn't really, and I totally get it, each to their own. So he's looking definitely for a sweet romance. So a heartwarming would be perfect for Brian. However, he's questioning whether or not this book is going to have any spice in it. Now, I don't think I've ever read any Katie Metner, so I said I would read the book early and let everybody else know what the spice rating was on it. So, like I said, I'm taking one for the team. And then the other book that was in the being voted on, I'm going to read in February because it's a Valentine's Day book. So that'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, that's a side note. So I started this book today. I'm 15% of the way through it already. And basically it's about our main character, Mina, who's been on the run for the last year. So the backstory is that her and her partner, Roman, are FBI agents, undercover FBI agents. And they were sent to this place called Red Rye, Kansas, to go undercover, or she was going undercover in what they think is a brothel. But she wasn't going to be like an escort or anything like that. She was going to be working like as a receptionist of all things. And anyway, I guess what happened, something happened there. We don't know what it was yet, but she was very severely injured. Her foot was so badly broken that it can't be reconstructed. So if you see the cover, she's actually wearing a boot, and she has to get around with that thing. So anyway, she's been hiding for the last year because the FBI and this woman, the madam, are after her because she escaped from her hospital room. She believes her partner, Roman, left her for dead, basically, that he was kind of in on it because he didn't come in to save her. And his side of the story is that the FBI never told them to go in when the raid was happening or whatever the case may be. There's a lot that's still up in the air that you as the reader don't know just yet. But anyway, Roman has been searching for her for the past year and has just found her. So both the FBI and this madam person are after both of them. So they're on the run. And that's basically the plot of this story as I understand it right now. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. Lots of action already. We've already had a car blow up and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm enjoying this one. I do like the intrigue novels. So yeah, so I've read a bit of this one. But like I said, it's 8 o'clock. I am going to watch some booktube. I'm going to try and get a bit more reading done tonight. I ended up napping this afternoon. I've done no other reading today since I've talked to you last. Like, I read a bit of Curiosity Thrilled the Cat. I've read some of this, but I haven't done any other reading. I napped this afternoon. I did some work for a video for tomorrow that I'm going to film tomorrow. The first part of the Harlequin coming soon. You're going to have seen both of those videos by the time, the part 1 and part 2 by the time this goes up. But I did some work on that. So I can go ahead and film that tomorrow and I don't have to do that work in the morning. And then I ended up having a nap because we'd gone out and then we came home and I had lunch and then I was tired right after lunch. Because what happened yesterday I napped pretty hard yesterday afternoon for I was in a deep sleep for a good couple hours yesterday afternoon. So I did not get good sleep last night. I didn't fall asleep till after midnight and I was up just after 6. So I think my body was trying to catch up today, but I didn't have that deep sleep this afternoon. I napped, but I wasn't like asleep. I think I kind of dozed in and out laying here. But then, I kind of watched some TV and I just... Yeah, my mind was elsewhere today, so I haven't done a ton of reading today, but I like to get some more read tonight, so we shall see. But I don't think I'm going to pop in again today. I will probably pop in tomorrow and give you guys an update if I do read anything else tonight. But yeah. So anyway, everybody, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. And in case you want to see, she's crashed out hard on me. I've got the heating pad on me as usual. I always do. And yes, do you like my penguin pajama pants? These things are so old. They're probably 10 years old and they're so comfortable. Unfortunately, because I've lost so much weight, they don't actually fit me. If I don't tie up, there's a string tie around my waist. If I don't tie that up and if I stand up, they'll fall down. But they're just so comfortable. I had these with me at the hospital when I was waiting for transplant and I wore them around because they were so comfy. But yes, I've got my Missy here with me. She's all comfy cozy, stealing the heat from the heating pad. She wants to bite. but I thought you would get some cat content. I know I've showed you a lot over the last few vlogs of Missy and Presley, but that's because George doesn't really come around me that much. He's more Garrett's cat than anything. But if I can get George, because who doesn't want to see an adorable orange cat? If I can get some George video, I absolutely will. But anyway, guys, talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hi friends, happy Wednesday. Today is the 21st of January and it is 10 to 12. So I'm about to go down and make some lunch pretty soon. I'm actually going to edit the video I just filmed and then I'm going to go down and make some lunch. Actually, I might make some lunch first. I might edit the video after. No, I think I'm going to edit the video afterward because I actually have a doctor's appointment, like a video call at 12:45 and I don't want my video exporting while I'm trying to do the appointment because it's a video call and I don't know if it's going to mess everything up. So I think I'll wait till after my doctor's appointment to do that. So I think I might go make some lunch in about 20 minutes or so and sit here and eat and relax for a bit. So yeah, so it is snowing again outside because we haven't had enough. It seems to be very light snow, but it's supposed to snow like all day till like overnight and everything. So I was happy I didn't have to go down to the hospital today. That really made me very, very happy. But I do have to go down tomorrow, but the road should be fine by tomorrow, hopefully. So I have done a little bit of reading already this morning. I didn't do any more reading last night after I talked to you guys. Yesterday, I got very little reading done, only just the 2 books I touched yesterday. I had a very lazy day, but I want to be much more productive today. This afternoon at 2 o'clock. So after my phone call with my doctor, which really shouldn't take more than 20 minutes or so, I'm going to edit my video for tomorrow. And then I'm actually jumping into reading sprints, or she calls it motivational midweek motivation over on Sock's channel at Bargain Counter Argument. I'll be jumping on with her. She usually goes a couple of hours till probably about 4 o'clock or so. So I'll be doing that. So I'll be able to get a lot of reading done. Garrett and I went out this morning. We wanted to get all of our running around done before before this like storm hit or whatever you want to call it. But we went to the dollar store and just to pick up a couple of little things, but you always end up buying more at the dollar store than what you go in with. They still had a bunch of Christmas stuff that they were selling, and they had small boxes, I think of 25 candy canes each, 3 for $1. So I bought 3 boxes of candy canes. I love candy canes. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed. And I might go back and get another 3 boxes because 3 boxes for $1, they probably sold for $2 a box when they originally were brought out. And they're so good. They're wrapped. They're individually wrapped. That's perfect. And they're the mini candy canes, the mini ones, which are the ones that I really like. So I got those. Anyway, I did get some reading done this morning, like I said. I am now a little over 50% of the way through Murder at the Breakers by Alyssa Maxwell. And I'm really enjoying this one. It's so much fun. So very interesting. Our main character has run into a wee bit of trouble. She's been run off the road by some mysterious stranger. And her buggy and her horse almost went into the Atlantic, which would have been very bad. Now she's having to reach out to her aunt Alice, which is Cornelius Vanderbilt's wife, to ask for help because she needs a carriage to get into town, but she doesn't necessarily want her aunt to know why she's going because the aunt's going to start asking questions and all the things and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I am enjoying this one very much. I am interested to find out the whodunit at some point. The good thing is I'm going to have a lot of reading time tomorrow as well because I have to travel to the hospital, travel back from the hospital, and while I'm getting the procedure done, I'm probably going to listen to an audiobook or I'm going to bring my Kobo or my Kindle to do some reading. So yeah, but anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to let you guys go for now and I'll check in with you all later. Bye. Hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. Today is the 23rd of January, and it's almost 8 o'clock at night, so I have not checked in, and this is going to be a very, very quick little check-in. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Let me see. I got some clips yesterday, and this morning, just before this, you will have seen a quick little clip of the view from the hallway when I went to the hospital for my appointment. I love that view of the downtown. Very industrial, not industrial looking, but with the cold outside. And of course you can see the CN Tower, which is very important. And then, me waving from the elevator. I just thought that was super cute. I was going to go for a little bit longer, but then somebody else got on the elevator. I'm like, turn off the camera. So anyway, I thought I would pop on with a quick reading update for the day because I have done a lot of reading today. So, excuse me. Did I mention, I don't remember now what I talk about, excuse me. So, yesterday I did mention that I finished The Bad Boys Redemption. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. I also last night finished Claudia and Mean Janine by Ann M. Martin, the 7th book in the Babysitters Club series. I gave that book 4 stars. And today I did a whole bunch of reading. I listened to Curiosity Thrilled the Cat by Sophie Kelly on my way to the hospital. I'm now about 67% of the way through that one. And then while I was at the hospital, I did not bring my Kindle or my Kobo with me. I forgot because I was in a bit of a rush this morning. But I read off my phone, the beauty of having a phone and having the Kindle app and the Kobo app and all that good stuff. So I read, what is it called? Is it Going Rogue at Red Rock Canyon or something like that by Kate Mettner? So I read a bit more of that. I'm about 30% of the way through that one now. And then on the way home from the hospital, I listened to Murder at the Breakers by Alyssa Maxwell, and I'm about 62% of the way through that one, I think. And then when I got home, I started another category romance book because I finished the Bad Boys Redemption yesterday. So I started his Forever Texas Rose, I think is the title, by Stella Bagwell, which is part of her Men of the West series. And yeah, so I got about 2 chapters into this one, and it is so our main character is Nicole, and she has moved to Arizona from Texas, and she's best friends with a character, I guess, in one of the previous books. And she starts as a receptionist. She starts a job as a receptionist at a vet clinic that also deals with large animals, like farm animals and ranch animals and stuff like that. And Trey is it Trey? I think it's Trey, is our male lead, and he is the vet's assistant. He's not a veterinarian. Is he a veterinarian? I can't remember if he's a vet. I know he's an assistant too. He's not the main vet. But anyway, he's an assistant, I think. So it's going to be the relationship between her and him, but they're very different from each other. She's big city, very rich, well-to-do lifestyle. Like, her parents were very, very well-to-do, and he's kind of a country boy. You know, it's the whole city girl, country boy kind of stereotype, if you will, or not stereotype, trope. That's the trope that we're going with right now. So far it's really good. I love Stella Bagwell's writing. I love the Men of the West series. So this one's going to be super, super fun. And it's, like I said, almost 8 o'clock. I am struggling to stay awake because I did not nap this afternoon. I'm very proud of myself. I didn't want to nap because, and even though I really do after these procedures, but I never sleep well at night after I do that. So I'm really trying to stay awake. As I yawn, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. But I am going to do just a little bit more reading tonight, and I'm going to start reading Boy Crazy Stacy by Ann M. Martin, the 8th book in the Babysitters Club series. So that's my last little bit that I want to read today. I have 7 books on the go right now, you guys. It's craziness, and I'm loving it. I really, really enjoy it. It's so much variety. I've got 3 category romance books on the go. I've got 3 other books. The 2 Cozy Mysteries and the romance, and a Babysitters Club book, and I'm loving it. It's fantastic. But anyway, guys, that is it for right now. They are calling for some majorly cold weather starting tomorrow. There's a polar vortex that's coming. It's supposed to get down tomorrow night to negative 32 degrees Celsius, which I think is roughly negative 25 Fahrenheit for my American friends. I'll report back to how cold it gets. But like I said to my husband, we have to go tomorrow to the grocery store and stuff to pick up a few things. We ended up just doing submarine sandwiches or hoagies or whatever you want to call them, like Subway, but not Subway. A Canadian franchise called Mr. Sub, which is 1,000 times more superior than Subway in my opinion. So we ended up just grabbing that for dinner because I did not feel like cooking, neither did Garrett. So we just said, let's keep it cheap and simple and easy. And we just did subs. I had a chicken, breaded chicken sub, which was really, really yummy. And anyway, yes, we got to go to the grocery store tomorrow. We got to decide what we're going to do for dinner and then go to the grocery store. But I said to him, I want everything done before lunchtime. And then I want to come home and relax because I did not want to go back out in that cold, cold weather. And then Sunday, they're calling for a massive snow. And then Monday, I have an appointment down at the hospital again to get a gastro test done. It's basically a camera down your esophagus. And I'm really not looking forward to it. I've had it done before, so I know what to expect. So I'm not nervous about the test. It's just, I really just don't want to go down and get something else done. But anyway, we're very lucky because my brother's going to drop us off, because Garrett has to come with me because I'm going to be sedated. So I need to have an adult with me to take me home. So Garrett is going to come with, and my brother's going to drop us off. And then I think somehow we're going to get the money together to do an Uber home. So it's going to be expensive, but I can't drive. I won't be able to drive because of the sedation. And I really don't feel comfortable taking public transit because of all the people. And I just get very, very nervous about large groups of people, and I don't know who's sick and who's not. And with my, immune system the way it is, I have to be careful. So yeah, anyway, I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts, which says, "You can't say no to me. I'm on anti-rejection meds." My technician today at the hospital got a kick out of it. She thought it was really funny. But anyway, that's it, you guys. I'm going to let you go for today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hi friends, happy Friday. Today is the 23rd of January and it is freezing cold outside, absolutely freezing cold outside. So I just filmed 2 videos. It took like an hour to do. I filmed my Friday reads that I've got to edit and upload today. And then I filmed the second half of the Harlequin coming soon video. And that one does take a while. That's like a 30-minute video. So yeah, but I love doing it and I have no complaints about doing that. Now I've got to edit it. So that's going to go up tomorrow on Saturday. But I haven't done much reading yet today. Now, it is going to be bitterly cold. We're part of this polar vortex that's going on, and they are calling for a massive amount of snow on Sunday. So we're buckling in for that as well. Garrett and I went out first thing this morning at like 9:30. We had to hit up Walmart, pick up a couple things. And I don't plan really on leaving the house again today. I have done really no reading since I talked to you guys yesterday. I have read a couple chapters more in Boy Crazy Stacy. I'm about halfway through it now, so I've got a couple more chapters to read today, and I'm going to do that while my Friday Reads video is exporting. I also plan on doing some knitting today on a pair of socks, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But I promise to check in with you guys throughout the day. The one thing I did do this morning, I did some adulting this morning. I had to call Service Canada to work a couple things out with my employment insurance, my sickness benefits. I had to talk to them about that. So I was on the phone with them for about a half an hour. 90% of that time was spent sitting on hold, but that's typically what happens. And then I also called the hospital this morning because I have an appointment scheduled for Monday for an endoscopy. That's what it's called, the down the throat into the stomach test. So this storm that's tracking, what they're calling for right now is for it to continue snowing Sunday night into Monday morning. And that just makes me very uncomfortable because I can drive in the snow. My brother can drive in the snow. He was going to drive Garrett and I down there because I need an adult with me. I think I mentioned this before. And Richard is my brother. He was going to drive me. And both of us learned how to drive in the winter. There are far too many drivers on the road now that do not know how to drive in the winter and think they can, but they can't. So while I know I am going to be safe, and while I know Richard would be absolutely safe, I don't trust anybody else to keep us safe, if that makes sense. So I think it's best to stay off the road. So I called the hospital this morning. I made the executive decision. I canceled the appointment. I talked to the woman. It's not an emergency. I'm not seeing my liver doctor again until the end of April, when she wants all of these tests done by the end of April. So we have some wiggle room. So I called and I spoke to the lovely lady, the receptionist in the office, and she's like, "You're not the first and you're not going to be the last." She said, if we have any appointments that day, she's going to be surprised. Because a lot of people come from outside of the city. And, if I live downtown, that would be different. I wouldn't be worried about it. But coming, on a good day, the drive is an hour. I can't imagine what it's going to be on a bad day. And they wanted me there for 9 a.m. So I rebooked, and I'm rebooked for the end of February. So hopefully we have good weather for the end of February so I can make it down for this appointment and I don't have to cancel again. But anyway, yeah, so that is that. And I am kind of happy that I'm not having to go down for this test because wasn't looking forward to it anyway, and I get a little bit of a reprieve, so yay. But yeah, so anyway, so I did some adulting today. All that's been done. Went grocery shopping. We stopped at Timmy's and I got just a black coffee. I do not drink my coffee black. Coffee for me is just a vehicle for cream and sugar, basically. But yesterday we were at Walmart, and like I said, we go to the grocery store every day. And I decided to buy coffee creamer. Now I've been off coffee for about 2 or 3 weeks, but I've started drinking it again and my stomach is doing really, really well. I think it's just kind of clearing itself up from surgery, basically. It just took time. I just needed to be patient. And I don't drink a lot of coffee. I have one. This is all I'm going to have today. But I bought from, what's the company? Is it International Delights? International Delights. They have a birthday cake coffee creamer. I'm very opposed to anything birthday cake flavored. Because birthday cake flavor is subjective. For example, my husband's birthday is next week. He has asked for either a red velvet cake or a black forest cake. Those are his birthday cakes. What they mean is confetti cake flavored or sprinkle cake flavored, as my grandmother would have called it. So, but guys, this is delicious. If you like sweet, if you're someone who likes a sweet coffee drink, try it out if you're a coffee creamer person. I really like it. I really, really do. Anyway. So that is that for now. I will probably check in again. I'm going to upload these videos. I'm going to upload them to my laptop so I can start doing some editing. And then I'm going to go make my lunch. But I will talk to you guys later this afternoon. Bye. So anytime I'm trying to edit or do anything here, she jumps up for attention. As soon as I turn the camera on her, she stops. Moo. Missy, hi. She's my best girl, aren't you? Yeah, she just wants all the attentions. And to get in as much ruckus as she possibly can, right? Right? Alright, bye. Hello, friends. It is about 7 o'clock at night, and I thought I would come to you with a bit of a reading update. So I have done a little bit of reading since the last time I talked to you. Haven't gone any... Well, we did run out and grab dinner. Now, we had gone out earlier, and we had gotten stuff for dinner. Garrett and I were each going to do our own thing tonight, and... Then I was looking online and I got a pop-up notification on my phone about a 2-can-dine deal at Burger King. And I will only get fast food now if there's a deal. I will not get takeout unless there's some sort of deal. I have made this decision because it is just too expensive to do takeout. And it's really not good for you, but I'm like, we're going to be in for the next couple of days because of the storm, because of the cold. More so because of the cold, like tomorrow. We do have to go out first thing tomorrow morning. And we're going to get what we need done right away, and then we're pretty much going to be in the house probably till Monday. I say that, but chances are we're probably going to end up at Tim Hortons at some point because Garrett loves the tea and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, so I decided let's just do takeout tonight. Tomorrow we can do our own thing and whatever. So we went out and got Burger King, but before that I read another chapter of A Bride for the Mountain Man by Tracy Madison. I am now 30% of the way through that one, I think, and I am enjoying it. They have now officially met because she's now awake from being out cold for the last 2 days because of the cold. She was suffering from hypothermia basically. So they've met and chatted a little bit and stuff like that. So, oh, sorry for my finger. But they're probably going to be stuck together for at least a week or so with this storm. And they had some really cute banter in the kitchen and stuff like that. She was still very foggy, her brain is very foggy because she's still a little bit, I mean, she went through quite the ordeal. And she's like, good thing the power hasn't gone out. And he's like, oh, the power's gone out. And she's like, what are you talking about? There's lights in here, there's warmth. And he's joking with her. He's like, I'm a wizard, what a perfect person to get stuck with in a storm. And it's been really, really cute. And then, well, right now I am watching some reading sprints. My friend Blake over at Blake Hearts Books. I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below. She's doing reading sprints with my friends Lee and Roxie and Tiffany. And, so I'm watching these, and I'm commenting as well, on my phone as I'm watching I prefer to watch YouTube on my television. I don't like watching on a little device. My eyes just aren't what they used to be. But for the reading sprint we just had, it's almost over now. That's why I thought I'd pop on here and chat with you guys. I did listen to a little bit more of All You Need Is Love by Jessica Redland, and finally, I'm at 40%. Our two main characters have met. Sam and Gemma have met, and it's going to be really cute. So I like the way that they met because her friends work with Sam. He is a consultant, a doctor at the hospital, and he deals with neurological issues. And I don't know if I mentioned it in this reading in this vlog at all, but in this book, Gemma's mom has been diagnosed with Parkinson's, but she thinks something else is going on, perhaps Alzheimer's or dementia, because her mom is forgetting a lot of things. And when she tries to call her doctor, her mother's doctor, he's like, well, I'm not talking to you. You're not my patient, which I completely understand. However, it's the daughter. I don't know. I understand for, there's HIPAA and stuff like that. But this is in the UK. I don't know what the difference is, but I'm sure that must be a worldwide thing, patient privilege, basically. But she isn't asking, well, she's asking about her mom, but it's kind of a general question, if you will. So anyway, her friend Tiffany, who she rooms with, is friends with this Scott guy, or Sam. Sorry, Scott's the ex-boyfriend, Sam. And so she arranges a meetup for them at a pub. and just so Gemma can ask just some general questions. So turns out that they are both from the same small town, Woodsboro Bay, but they're in London right now. So anyway, that's where we're at, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I think on the next sprint, I'm going to be doing some more reading on Curiosity Thrilled the Cat. And if I get a chance, I'll pop back on and talk to you guys. But right now I'm actually using my coloring app, but I think I might pick up my socks in a little bit. So we shall see. It's still early. The night is still young. I did have a little bit of a nap this afternoon. After lunch, I slept for about half an hour or so. So I'm in no rush to get up tomorrow or anything like that. So we shall see how things go tonight. But hopefully I'll check in with you again tonight. Bye, guys. Hello, friends. It is now 8 p.m. and I am sitting here and I just got some more reading done and I'm about to get some more reading done. And I may be crazy and picking up another book. 8's just a nice round number. 7 books is not enough. 8 is a nice round number. Literally, it's a round number. But not right now. I'm still thinking about it. But anyway, I did get some more reading done. I just finished another couple chapters of Curiosity Thrilled the Cat by Sophie Kelly, and I am 80% of the way through this one now. Maybe I'll get it done tomorrow. We shall see if I keep picking up books. Maybe not. We shall, it depends. If not tomorrow, definitely Sunday. I can see that for sure. But anyway, I'm not worried about when I finish the books. I'm just enjoying the reading of them. So, and that's what it should be. It should be the enjoyment of the reading. I mean, finishing them is great, but, that's the whole point, is enjoying the reading part of it. So anyway, I still think I know who the killer is, and I think I've known who the killer is since, like, the second chapter or third or fourth chapter or something, like, right at the beginning, like, in the first 25%. I think I figured it out. But again, it could be a giant red herring, because it seems a little too obvious for me, right? However, I've never read one of Sophie Kelly's books before, so this could just be it. I think we are being thrown a potential couple other suspects, so we shall see where this all lands. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys that little bit of an update. It's about 8 o'clock. Did I say that? I think I said that. I think I'm going to have a little snack. We were at the grocery store the other day, and I treated myself to some Tostitos. I love Tostitos. And I got the loaded nacho flavor. And I just eat, I don't eat them with salsa or anything like that. But they're really spicy because I guess they have jalapenos in them. And that's not something I'm used to. So the good thing is because I'm not supposed to be eating potato chips because of the salt content, as I had Burger King for dinner. But anyway, the good thing is I can only eat like a handful because they're too spicy for me. So, they're good for me because I can't eat a lot unless I become desensitized to the amount of spice in them. But anyway, I'm going to have a handful of those and I'm going to get some more reading done in, what is this? Why do I always blank on the name of this book? I think it's because it's a long name. Maybe. Waiting for it to come up here. Bear with me. Going Rogue in Red Rye Country by Katie Mettner. So that's my intrigue novel currently that I'm reading. I'm going to pick that up for a little while. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. So I thought I'd show you guys my treat. So this is what I have. I opened them yesterday, but I only had, like I said, like a handful. But yeah, loaded nacho Tostitos. They are absolutely delicious. But anyway, we got Missy here. Ignore the mess over in the corner of my room, but there's no. And this is what I have on in the background in case anyone's curious. No matter when, if I'm reading, if I'm just sitting here reading, even if I'm listening to an audiobook, I tend to put on an ambiance. And I absolutely love them. And this one is really pretty. But anyway, my thing is, though, in this, if I was there, I would have the couch facing the other way so that you were looking out onto that scene. I wouldn't want my back to it. Does that make sense? Anyway, it's super pretty. So I'm going to watch this and do a little bit of reading. Good morning, BookTube. Happy Saturday. It's the 24th of January, and how cold is it where you live? The car started, so we're on our way to Tim Hortons. Priorities. As you can see in the thing, I'm wearing my hat. Gotta stay warm. And all you can see is my breath. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello, friends. Happy Saturday. Today is the 24th of January, and you will have gotten a quick little clip from me earlier when Garrett and I braved the cold to go to Tim Hortons this morning to get a coffee and a tea for him. We will do that as long as I possibly can. I wanted to make sure the car was going to start this morning. At negative 32 degrees Celsius, with winds, it's sometimes touch and go. My car has started before at negative 40, but it was also at that time maybe 3 years old. It's now over 10 years old. So she started on a dime. I'm so happy. We did go out earlier as well. We had to go do some running around. We had to go further north than where we live. And it was funny, like watching the temperature in the car just go like lower and lower and lower. So by the time when we left our town, it was like -23. And when we were up north, it was -35. So I didn't have to get out of the car. Garrett did, unfortunately. But yeah, so we did all that, got our running around, done quick stop at the grocery store to pick up some rice that we're going to have with dinner. We're having chicken skewers for dinner with rice and a vegetable, and I'm very excited about that. It's going to be delicious and yummy. And now we're in, and basically in for the next few days. Now, the snow has not started here yet. It is still bright and sunny out. You can probably tell, like, the sun is coming through my window, like, hitting off the closet behind me here. But we're looking at cloud cover this afternoon, and then the snow is supposed to start for us in the middle of the night, like tonight in the middle of the night, and continue on all day tomorrow. So yeah, we are basically going to barricade ourselves in. I'm thinking we can get out in enough time tomorrow to get to Tim Hortons and do our Tim Hortons run first thing in the morning. We've decided already what we're having for dinner tomorrow night. We've got a frozen lasagna in the freezer. That is going to do us perfectly well for tomorrow. I am someone who is not super concerned about losing power or anything like that. Our infrastructure, I guess, up here, if you will, is kind of built for this. You know, I know that there are a lot of my friends in the South are very, very worried, and I completely understand. Freezing pipes, loss of power, high winds, you know, ice. I totally get it. We're not going to get the ice. We're going to get the snow. So my thoughts and prayers to everybody who is scared or nervous. I completely understand. I think I would be too if I lived in an area that wasn't used to this kind of weather. We are used to this kind of weather. This is Tuesday, or like, you know, like this is any random given Tuesday. I mean, it is going to be bad. I'm not belittling it. It's, you know, I canceled my doctor's appointment or my procedure test on Monday because I knew there was no way I was going to fight my way into the city. Like I said, I think earlier this week or in another vlog or something, my thing is stay off the roads and let the snowplows do their job, you know? Don't unnecessarily be and going on the road. And when I was talking to my brother, because he was going to drive us down, I said, you know, if I was like super, super sick and I needed this procedure done immediately, I would absolutely, like Richard said to me, he's like, yeah, we would absolutely go down. But because it's not an emergency and I can wait another month, plus the fact that maybe somebody who does need it, that procedure done, and they can get booked in. You know, maybe they can jump the line now, you know? So yeah, I just wasn't willing to take that risk. And I think that that is a smart idea, in my opinion. If you can work from home, great. You know, if you don't have to go out, don't go out. But my advice is try to enjoy it as much as you can. There is something, I love winter. I am one of those rare people who absolutely loves the winter. I do not like summer. I am not, it's too hot. It's too humid. It's too gross. I just don't like it. This I love. And the fact that we're about to get a storm, I am like a kid on Christmas. The fact that I'm going to get to sit in my house all day tomorrow and look out this window as I sit here and read and knit and relax and watch YouTube and just watch the snow fall outside. You know, I empathize for everyone who has to go out in it. You know, like the EMTs, police officers, firefighters, nurses, doctors, all those amazing people who keep us going. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. The plow truck drivers, the salters, the sanders, you know, all of you people for keeping everything running. Thank you so much. But I'm so glad I get to. I think I wouldn't like winter as much if I was one of those like people who had to be out in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so anyway, I'm rambling on. I did some more reading last night after I last talked to you guys. So I read another couple chapters in Murder at the Breakers by Alyssa Maxwell, and I am now, I think, 75% of the way through it. My goal was to finish that one today and possibly Curiosity Thrilled the Cat. I am not sure. I will report back by the end of the day. But you knew this was coming because I said it yesterday. I started a new book last night because I have a problem. So if you saw my videos over the last few days, I did a couple of Harlequin Coming Soon videos for February of 2026. And I am super excited about all the new books coming out from Harlequin. I'm like, I want to read the new releases. And I do have a handful of them from NetGalley, which has been great. But I'm like, I could just borrow them and read them from the library. So I went on the library website yesterday and I looked, and there was one of them available. And I was surprised because it was a January 2026 box set release. And that was for the Harlequin historical line, box 1 of 2. So it's the 3-book set. And so I am currently reading that. It was available, so I'm starting there. And it'll probably take me a year to get through an entire month of books. But my
goal is to work my way through all the January new releases, and then the February new releases, and then the March new releases. Again, if this is all that I was reading, I could probably finish them in a month or so. But with the fact I'm reading 7 other books, it's going to take some time. But right now, as I keep saying in this vlog, all I have is time right now. Really, all I have is time right now. So I may as well make the most of it. But yeah, so I started with the first book last night, and that is To Redeem a Rakish Duke by Christine Merrill. This is the second book in, I think, her Wicked Duke series, and I'm only a chapter in. So basically, this is about a man who was in a duel with his best friend for reasons. I don't know what the reasons are yet. His name is Sebastian, and he was stabbed in the shoulder with a sword. Never a good way. He is extremely sick, feverish. It's touch and go. They don't know. And I mean, back then at Regency times, it was like, this was a major catastrophe. So our main character, Cassie, I think her name is, she is the sister of the man that he was dueling with. So the book opens where it's the guy who's okay, who was in the duel. Him and Cassie are talking, and if this guy dies, if Sebastian dies, the brother is going to be hung, like death, like a death sentence essentially. So he's like, I might have to leave and go to the continent. I might have to take off and go into hiding for a number of years or whatever the case may be. And Cassie's like, this is her only family. They are like, she's like the, what's the word I'm looking for? She is the daughter of, they share the same dad, but she is not, she's illegitimate. That's the word I'm looking for. She's illegitimate. But the brother, has been taking care of her. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. I've only read the first chapter. And he's been taking care of her. And he set her up in a little cottage in London and all these things. And, if he's gone, like she doesn't care if she lives on the street. She's going to miss him. So she decides to go. Sorry, Missy is banging the table. That's why the camera's shaking. So she decides to go to Sebastian's house pretending to be a nurse. Like she dresses in a plain brown gown, and she shows up at his house, and she's going to basically make sure that he's okay. So her brother doesn't, look death row dead in the eye, kind of an idea. So that's the plot of this one, and so far I am enjoying it. I also did a little bit more reading this morning. I read another couple chapters in A Bride for the Mountain Man. I'm now about 45% of the way through that one, and I am still very much enjoying it. They're stuck together in the snowstorm, very appropriate for this weekend, and they're playing video games. He is very solitary, our male lead, Liam. Her name is Meredith, but he calls her Goldilocks. And he is very solitary. I mean, he lives in this mountain cabin in the middle of nowhere by himself. He's a wildlife photographer. He was married years earlier. His wife had been pregnant, and while he was away on assignment, something happened that was basically, he came back early from his assignment to bury his wife and unborn child. It was heartbreaking when I read that, what happened. So he's like cut off from people. He doesn't want to deal with people. He just, very solitary. In comes Meredith, who, not her fault. She was stuck in a snowstorm, and he's grateful that she's alive and okay, and he was able to help her. But he kind of is at this point now where he just wants the storm over so she'll leave. But they're starting to get along. Like, he's trying not to get to know her very well. He's like trying to keep a distance, but she very much wants to chat and, make the time go faster by, kind of a get to know you kind of an idea, since they're stuck together for days. But he's just like, yeah, I just want to be left alone kind of an idea. So we'll see how this continues to go. I know it's an accidental pregnancy story. So yeah, but like I said, I'm about 45% of the way through this one. But anyway, I have a couple of little videos to edit very quickly that I just filmed before this. One is going to go up on Saturday. One is going to go up on Sunday. They're announcement type videos. I'm very excited about both of them. And yeah, guys, I will check in with y'all later. Bye.
This is pretty much what I've been doing since about 1:45 this afternoon. My good friend Roxie invited me over for some sprints on her channel. I'll leave a link to her below. We've been sprinting for, as you can tell now, roughly about 7 hours. There's me right there. And there's Presley, all cuddled up, all cozy. But yeah, so this is what I've been doing. So let me turn the camera around because I've been very productive. Hello, friends. It is later. It is almost 8 o'clock at night. So I just did that little clip of me being on the sprint, showing you guys what I've been doing since, like I said, about 1:45 this afternoon. But these are like longer sprints than what we usually do. So usually when I do reading sprints with people, it's like, we chat for about a half an hour, then sprint, read, whatever for a half an hour, and yada yada. Well, because today was a high production day, like people were looking to get a lot of productivity done. We're doing hour-long sprints, which has actually been kind of fun. I really like it because I'm getting a lot of reading done. How much reading am I getting done, are you asking? I finished 2 books today, you guys. So I did finish Boy Crazy Stacy by Ann M. Martin, the 8th book in the Babysitters Club series, and I enjoyed it. That's a 4.5-star read for me. It's a favorite of mine. I'll talk about it more on Monday in my weekly reading update. I've also made the executive decision, because I'm flying through those Babysitters Club books. And I mean, I could easily just sit and read one every day and finish like all of them this year. Absolutely no problem. However, I want to savor them a little bit more, and I think I was kind of rushing, if you will, through the first like 7 or 8, because I've reread these ones so many times. But as of now, I'm going to be reading them over 5 days instead of 3. So you'll probably only see 1, maybe me talk about 2 in my weekly reading updates. Like this week, I think I've got 3 of them I'm going to be talking about. So, and that's fine. It's just that half of the books I've read so far this month have been BSC books. And that's not a problem. I mean, you read whatever you want to read. If you want to read kids' picture books, that's absolutely phenomenal. But, you know, I've decided now I want to slow down and savor them a little bit more. So as we get into the books that I've maybe only read once, like as we get more towards book 20, 30, 40, some of these books I've only read once or twice. Whereas the original, like 10 or 12, I've read like a dozen times or more each. So anyway, the second book that I finished today was Curiosity Thrilled the Cat by Sophie Kelly, the first book in the Magical Cats mystery series, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. Now, I did allude to the fact that I thought I knew who the killer was. I'm happy to report I was wrong. Because I do like being surprised. I do like being kept on the edge of my seat as to, you know, the whodunit, if you will. I like this one a lot. Again, I will talk more about it on Monday. So I'll be starting a new Babysitters Club book tomorrow. I'll be probably starting a new mystery tomorrow as well. The one I'm going to be starting is going to be a standalone. I'm not going to share that with you. You got to tune into next week's vlog to find out all about that. It's actually more of a thriller than a mystery. It's I would say a mystery thriller. I'm really looking forward to it. I had gotten it from NetGalley quite some time ago, so it's not a NetGalley read per se. I borrowed it from the library because it's been out for like 2 or 3 years now. So anyway, I'm looking forward to reading that. And yeah, so that's about it for right now. I may pop back on and share another little, you know, I'm going to pop back on one more time because I just realized that this is the last day of today's vlog. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello friends, this is the most horrible lighting ever. I sincerely apologize. I'm laying here in bed. The only thing I have on is my Christmas tree lights and the lights around my window. It is after 10 and I meant to pop in a little bit earlier, but alas, I did not. I'm ending the vlog here, guys. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. I did do a little tiny bit more reading since the last time I talked to you all. I'm now at 60% on going rogue in Red Rye County. Pardon me, and I am enjoying it. So far, really, really good. Hoping to finish that one, of course, next week. But anyway, guys, the lighting is horrible. I think it looks like it's flashing or something. I'm going to let y'all go, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please give this video a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you did. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys. Maybe you'd like to see Sleepy Presley? Hey, buddy? How you doing, pal? My bed, buddy. We're gonna cuddle and keep warm tonight. The storm is coming. Talk to you guys later. Bye.